So, are you nervous?
No, not really.
I am.
Why?
No. Just like the first one's just nerve-wracking, I think.
No, you'll be alright.
Like just putting yourself out there.
First day of school.
I don't want
Let's
to
get on
turn
with
into
it.
a meme.
Well, you are. First day of school.
I know. His first day of school. He literally, the way that we dropped him off, and he just ran in. He didn't even say bye. Like, he didn't even turn around and he was like, bye. I had to be like, give mummy a kiss.
In front of all his school friends.
Yeah, but he's only 4 and all their parents will be doing it.
Yeah. It's easier though, isn't it? Because he went, like you said before, he went to the nursery bit, and obviously he was in childcare as well. So leaving mum and dad to go off and do his own thing, it's nothing new to him.
Yeah. Is it like, to him, it's just going to be like going to school?
It's a normal day.
It's just a normal day. Whereas for us, more for me, because he's obviously gone to nursery for 3 days and then he's been home Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday with me.
Yeah, you're deep for saying that, by the way, to him.
What? Saying what?
That if he's good, he gets 2 days off. He's going to be saying it to all his friends.
Well, he asked if he was going in every day.
Yeah, Monday to Friday.
So I said, no, you won't be going in every day. You'll get, if you're good, you'll get 2 days off. I saw it online. And I was like, oh, I think I'm going to use that.
Yeah.
And then his little face was so excited. He was like, yay!
That's deep.
Oh, I don't think it is. Maybe it is a little bit, actually. I think for me, like, him going to school for the 5 days a week is just, and this next year, 4 to 5, he's just going to grow up so much. And at the minute, I'm his best friend. Like, he's like, mummy, let's play. Mummy, let's do this. Mummy, you're so cool. Whereas in the next year, like, it's going to be like dad.
Nah, not even. He'll want to go and see his friends more than us.
Or friends.
Yeah, he'll want to go and see friends.
I think that's what I'm finding really hard. Like, I heard something on Facebook the other day, and it was like, you have little kids for 4 years, and 5 at a push.
Yeah, and then they go off and do their own thing.
After that time...
That's the only peak thing about living here, is obviously we have an enclosed front garden. Brilliant. We love it. Our privacy, blah, blah, blah. But he doesn't have the community around him. Like, obviously the ideal house would be with a green out the front, or like Soph and Jay's where they got a park out the back.
Yeah.
You know, where
you can like just look out the window and keep an eye on them.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like in the kitchen or whatever, or, well, you know, I had that growing up. Bloody hell, I asked my mum and dad outside in Chepstow, they just used to look out the living room window, bang, they had a park and a field.
Yeah, but also, the way that you grew up was different because you were a pad brat. Yeah. So you grew up on an estate that was an army estate that was safe. It was
but it's no different to a council estate. It's just more alcohol involved. The alcoholism was more accepted.
Yeah, it was a lifestyle rather than the need to go to an AA meeting.
Yeah.
I think that we live in a council estate now, right?
Rough one, yeah.
Yeah, rough one. And I think that council estates have, like, you've got these new build estates. Some of them are bought, some of them are council. And they don't have the community that council estates have. Like, come on, you walk down or you drive down on this estate on a summer's day, you've got kids playing on the green, you've got kids riding on their scooters, their bikes, they're playing football, they're getting a wood collection, like, they are being kids. And you don't see that anymore. But on council estates, you see that. Maybe it's because the parents are like, fuck off, get out. Or maybe it's because they haven't got the money to
take them out everywhere.
Or give them all this tech. So they have no choice but to be like, say, a 90s kid and be out.
That's not even fair to say. I think everyone has the money to get tech, or everyone's got a way to get tech. I think it's just got to the point now where parents are like, oh, fuck off.
Well, like, get out my hair.
Get out my house.
Like, go be a kid.
Yeah, go away. Yeah. You're grounded. You have to play out now. You know what I mean? Whereas when we were grounded, you weren't allowed to go out. It's like, the opposite.
It's nice around here seeing the kids knock for each other. Like, oh, can so-and-so come out? And I hope Teddy has that, because there's a few kids on this estate where they're about his age. Yeah. So he might have that, and I feel like it's a safe enough estate. And hopefully, I mean, he does lack common sense sometimes, but hopefully he's going to be... Why are you looking at me like that? Why? Because I do too.
Yeah.
When he was walking into school, and that lamppost was there.
Don't walk into the pole.
Like, he was going to walk straight into the pole. When he was walking, all fresh in his uniform, right? All I kept thinking was, don't fall over.
I had to pick him up.
Don't fall over.
I had to pick him up. You know, down there through the alley?
Yeah.
He tripped up through the alley, but I just held him up. I was like, and I checked his shoes, like, fuck, don't scuff them before we even fucking walked in.
Well, I did get, like, reinforced knees.
Yeah, that's cool on his trousers. He's got about 100 pairs up there because he went a bit overboard, but his shoe, don't scuff your shoes. Like, I get it now. Like, I used to go...
Your parents say.
Yeah, I used to go home and my dad would be like, fucking scuff your fucking shoes. And it's like, no, I get it. I get it.
£40 on a pair of school shoes.
Yes. Yeah. But that's cheap. You got to remember, like, we're getting to the stage now where he's going to want, like, Air Maxes, Air Forces, Jordans, fucking Jordans. You know what I mean?
Well, he's only just turned 4. I don't think it's going to be like, oh, babe, want a pair of Jordans.
And this is where you're blind to the world.
What do you mean?
You're like, oh, he's only 4. This isn't going to be said. This isn't going to be said. Blah, blah, blah. Right? You lived in a library in school, didn't you?
No.
Babe, your best friend was a fucking dinner lady. You know what I mean? Right? Right. You lived in that sheltered bit. Yeah? I was out in the playground, mate. I was in the war zones. You weren't. I know what them kids are like. Kids are brutal.
Yeah, because you were the bully.
No, not even that. Like, all you got to do, right, is old fucking Mackenzie coming in with his mum and dad on the dole. You know what I mean? Fresh night tech fleece and fucking Jordans and that. And then you got the working class parents where they're sending their kids in with, like, Sports Direct clothes. Yeah. He's going to look at that kid and be like, well, why haven't I got that? Oh, you ain't got that because your parents work, mate.
Yeah.
You know? Like, that ain't even a dig. That's just, like, people are going to take that well out of context. But that's the reality of life.
What, that nowadays, if you work, you're actually more hard up?
I think it's always been that way.
Like, if you're in a couple and you both work, you don't get any help.
No, you're fucked.
You literally, it's just your wages that are coming in. And then with, like, a food shop, and I know there is talk about the cost of living, but the cost of living is there. Like, even milk's like £2 for a 4 pints.
Yeah, but the way that I look at it, right, everyone says the cost of living and that, right, but think back to when we first went to France. First time we ever went to France, and we both had a heart attack that a packet of ham was £6.
Yeah. And
that's the cheapest packet of ham.
Yeah, I mean, food is really expensive in France, unless you go down the bakery section. Like, their cakes and their wine. Yeah,
but that's like, there's certain things that are cheap over there. There's certain things that are cheap over here. I wouldn't even class it as cost of living. I'd class it as like it's just the way the world is. You've just got to adapt to your environment. I could sit here and moan about it all day fucking long and still go and shop at Ocado. And I could be like, oh, well, I only got this, mate. Nah, switch it up, mate. Adapt to your surroundings. We find meat men. on markets.
Yeah.
Luckily enough, like
Or even the butchers, you know, people.
that's
think
what
that
I was just
butchers
getting
are
to.
really
Like
expensive.
our butchers here, yeah, right. It's great for some things, but like our actual meat is expensive. But then, luckily enough, like my parents who live another part of the country, so we go to that other part of the country. It's cheaper.
Yeah. It's
So-
about being smarter, isn't it?
Yeah, so all you got to do is I've got an electric cool box off a Facebook Marketplace for £10. So if I go up to my mum and dad's, that electric cool box is going in the boot. Because I'm a load up. I'm a load up while I'm up there.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Even like, you know, they do them Christmas hampers.
Yeah,
Like you could get them Christmas hampers and you could
split it up.
like split it up and stock up your freezer.
100%. I completely agree. Not just the Christmas hamper, you've got the barbecue hampers as well.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's like we shop at Aldi, we shop at Asda, we shop at all the cheap shops, right? But every now and then, Tesco do a deal on the club card. We ain't even got a fucking club card, but we use your sister's.
Yeah. I've got a screenshot of it.
So same. It's saved in my favourites. But it's things like that, you know what I mean? She's not an avid Asda shopper, but if she did and she weren't, like, if she didn't have her own rewards card, we'd be like, scan it.
Yeah, scan the rewards, get the points.
Get the points, because we topped you up on club card points, you top us up on Asda reward points. No? It's all about just being savvy with everything. But we've gone well off subject. Back to the first day of school.
So do you know what Ted said to me this morning when I was downstairs? I said, all right, what do you want, like, what do you want for dinner? I'll come in and I'll do your favourite dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, oh, I'll make you spaghetti bolognese. And he looked at me and he said, Mummy, my favourite dinners are Chinese.
Is it? Yeah, kids
I
got his
said-
priorities right, bro.
Sorry. He goes, well, you asked what my favourite dinner was. I would like a Chinese takeaway. I thought,
Who doesn't love a Chinese?
you're four.
Yeah, well, again, take that as it comes, because it'll soon be a curry, and they ain't cheap.
It's like when we said, when we went on our holiday, camping holiday, a few
Yeah.
weeks ago, and he was like, oh, I was so excited to go on holiday. And I was like, oh, me too. Like, we're going to take the train again. And he was like, what? He goes, he started this new thing. He goes, what? And I go, I looked at her and I said, we're going on holiday. He goes, with camping, with the trailer tent. And I said, yeah. And he went, that's not a holiday, Mummy. And I said, well, it is.
It is, mate.
And he goes, well, why aren't we going to Spain? Are we not going on an aeroplane? And I thought,
We've already been once this year.
I said, no. We're from a council estate. We don't go abroad every holiday, my son. And if we do, we look for a sale and we go to a cheap hotel.
But it's the same as everyone else, though, isn't it? You don't need the bougie 5-star shit. Like,
I mean, we've got our bougie holiday in April next year. You know, we've always really gone on cheap holidays. We will,
we're treating
like,
ourselves.
even when we went to Disneyland, we done it on the cheap. And you can, like, people may think, oh, like, you need loads of money.
It costs thousands of pounds. It don't.
If you're smart about it, it really does. It doesn't have to. Like, you can do both parks in one day. Like, you're going to be knackered, but you can do it.
Yeah.
You can go to the supermarket before. You can buy your snacks. You get the Eurostar there. Like, the Eurostar, there's about
That was
3 months
strange,
of the
wasn't it?
year. Well, there's about 3 months of the year that they do really cheap deals, and children under 3 can be free on your lap. But we were lucky enough that it was really empty.
Yeah,
so
the
Ted
empty
didn't have a
carriage,
seat
yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
And you don't stay in the park, you stay outside the park, because the bus routes and the train lines are great in France.
Plus,
and
when
they're
you stay
so
outside
cheap.
the park, we always find an all you can eat.
Oh, we love an all you can eat. You know, when I think it comes from being broke, right?
No, it
And
comes
wanting
from
to
me
go
being a
out.
fat fuck.
Well, okay,
And-
you eat a lot of food. And also, it's better to go to an all you can eat with Teddy, because
Not just
you don't
Ted,
have to wait.
with you.
What do you mean? Well, because I don't know what I want to eat.
You order something and then you change it to, like, say for instance, if you order a fry up, you're like, can I change the bacon for eggs? Can I change the sausage for chips? It's like, why don't you just order fucking like egg and chips?
Because if I order the meal that I want and don't change stuff, then I'm not going to get the free toast and the free cup of tea with it. Whereas if I supplement it, then 9 times out of 10, I'm only going to get a 50p extra charge and I get what I want to eat.
Yeah.
With my cup of tea and with my toast.
So that's why we always end up going to all you can eats.
But it's like when we went to Amsterdam for a honeymoon.
Yeah, that was
and we only had like, come on, we done the tulip fields. We went out every day. Like, we had a really, really good experience. But then on the actual day of our anniversary, we were like, oh shit, we've got 100 euros left. We wanted to go out for dinner. And everyone was really cheap. And I was like, we have this 3-day travel pass. We might as well, like, I was on my phone and I just found an all you can eat. And listen, right, this all you can eat was so good.
Yeah, it was.
It was like, we walked in and there was
fridges
full of like chocolate, strawberry milkshake, like bottles of orange juice, bottles of
glass
apple
bottles
juice,
of Coke.
glass bottles of Coke. Like, it was literally like a shop, and that was help yourself. And then
the beer.
You had the unlimited beer, Heineken,
unlimited wine.
and unlimited wine, and then you had your fresh grill station. And then they come and brought us this big Dutch cocktail, didn't they?
Yeah, that was
to say happy anniversary, and that was really sweet.
That was really strong.
But all in, it cost us 70 euros, and that's about 64 quid.
Yeah.
And it was lovely food.
Yeah, we was there for a long time.
Yeah, we were there for a long time. And if we drank quite a bit, I think we both took a chocobo home.
Yeah.
We ate quite a bit.
Coke.
Yeah, I love a dessert. And the desserts were great.
Yeah, I love meat.
And I think
it was just meat everywhere.
If we hadn't gone to the buffet and we had gone to like a normal restaurant, the amount we drank and ate, we would have spent probably near on 250, 300 euros.
Yeah, easily done. Yeah.
It's like going back to what you say.
And still got a portion of frites on the way back as well.
Yeah, it's just, them chips in Amsterdam were so good. If you ever go to Amsterdam, they've got like cones. Blue
cones, frites.
All over the place. They're just these little stalls and they just have these cones and of chips. It's chips, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you just pick any sauce that you want. And yeah, that was good. We do like a city break. I mean, we do so much walking. And we always end up going back to work the next day, regretting it.
Yeah.
Thinking, I need a day to rest. But we always have such a good time. I think that, like you say, it just goes back to, if you want to do these things, just being savvy with your money.
Just got to be savvy. Like,
it goes back to us being broke, babe.
Yeah, but that's a story for another day, isn't it? Really. Like, we could go into that, but nah, that's like a story for another day.
I think that's what it goes back to.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like, just wanting nice things, but not having the money for nice things. So having to.
And we have that opportunity now, especially with Ted. Right, he can have all the nice things within reason. Within reason.
Yeah, I think we have to be very careful. Not to, like, we do spoil him.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we do.
Yeah, I know.
And we have to, it's finding the balance of being like, this costs this, like, things cost money, but not making him feel responsible for
that money.
Yeah. Like, showing him the value of money, but not him taking on the responsibility of the value of money.
Yeah.
It's really hard to find that balance to make them humble, grateful, but also not be concerned about money, because your parents done such a great job of always shielding you from that.
Mate, I didn't even know that you had to pay for gas and electric.
This is what I was about to say. But when we moved into our own place, you were like, what's that? When I got out the gas and electricity key, you were like, what's that? And I was like, I was topping up gas and electric from like 9 years old.
Yeah.
I was going down the shop and going to get top up the gas card.
I don't even know what emergency
the electric
was.
queue. Yeah, or like put the emergency on because you've run out, so you need to put the key in to get the £5 credit.
Yeah.
And you were like, "What's that?" And I was like, "You need to pay for gas and electric and water." And you were like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, like you need to pay for these things." And he was like, "They're not included in the house." And I was like, "No, like no." Still to this day, I do the bills. Like still to this day, you don't know everything we need to pay.
No, you could be skimming me. I was saying this to Jake at work. He was like, he was like all about paying bills. He was like, "What were your bills this month?" And I said, "X amount." He said, "So how do you split it?" I said, "What do you mean how do I split it?" He goes, "Well, what, do you deal with half and then Nick deals with half?" I was like, "No, bro." He's like, "What do you do?" I said, "She gives me a figure and I give her that figure. Done. No, I paid my bills. Done." And he's like, "Bro, she could be skimming you." Don't care.
No, but I'm not.
I know you're not. But I'm just like, I don't care.
But I could.
Oh, easily.
But that comes down to trust. And also, I could happily, we were saying this the other day, like, you're not a planner.
No.
You will happily
I'll pay
give me the money. I can give you tell you how much it is, and you'll give me the money and
not even question it.
Not question it. Yeah, pay it, do whatever. But you will not.
I'll turn up on the day.
If you had all the money in your account to pay the bills,
I would be broke.
Oh my God, our house would be gone.
Oh yeah, easily, yeah.
Like it would go in your account, and you'd be like, that's when you would be a booker, a planner.
Yeah.
You'd be like, "Oh babe, I've just booked a holiday."
Yeah.
And I'll be like, "Oh how?" You'll be like, "Oh, I had however much," and I'll be like, "No. That money was for bills."
Yeah, always been
You're
like
you're not the best budgeter.
Nah.
Your millionaire's weekend went more than payday.
Every month.
Every month. You don't think about like a few weeks' time. It's like the here and now. And you're not selfish with it. Like you're really generous with it.
Yeah. That's for the family, isn't it? I spend all month working working well. I spend all month working, right?
What, sitting in your
I
desk?
put the hours in.
Watching the middle whilst you're working?
I put the hours in, right? I put the hours in.
Yeah, okay, let's call it that.
Right,
You put the hours in.
I put the hours in, yeah? And then, like, I just want to treat like, nice shit. I just want nice shit.
What, a takeaway?
Always. Standard.
I think that is...
Tings and wings.
Oh, big up Tings and Wings.
Tings and wings.
Tings and Wings. If you live in Hertfordshire, big up Tings and Wings.
Gotta go there straight away.
You've got to go there. So good.
Yep, that's how payday treat. And obviously Bertrick Calf as well. Standard.
Oh yeah, we do like that.
Big boy breakfast. Have treated on Moreno's, but go with the times.
Got to go with the times. And it's closer.
And
we do like a calf. I think that's something we've always done.
Calf, yeah, calf.
Right, let's explain a little bit about ourselves because we kind of been talking for a bit and no one actually knows who we are.
Go on then.
So, I'm Nick.
I'm Brad.
We've been together for little over 10 years.
Yeah.
We got together when I was 16.
I was 17. Just turned.
Yeah, just turned 17. We moved into our own place when I was 17 and Brad was 18. And we got married 3 years ago. Got engaged when I was like 18.
Yeah.
And got married
a few years ago when the COVID restrictions got lifted.
Yeah, because, and we'll go into this in more detail in another episode, but we had to reschedule the wedding because of COVID, and then
we got married the
day the pubs opened.
The pubs opened,
but they didn't open properly. You had to go in the pub gardens, and you could only sit with immediate family.
Yeah.
So that was how.
That was a weird time.
That was such a weird time.
But cool. I loved it. Bring it back. Loved it.
Yeah.
Saved so much money.
I mean, I was pregnant. I was the first one of my workplace to work from home. I spent
I'd only just got a full-time job.
Yeah, you're first. I mean, no.
No, I've always worked. I've worked. but my first
like
proper
so you weren't
full-time,
labouring, you know,
I took it seriously.
you took it seriously. You would get like, and come on, babe, like you worked so hard. You still work hard. I mean, but some days. But when Ted and I were home during that period and he was a newborn baby, no, you weren't home.
No.
You know, I done the night feeds, I done everything.
Yeah.
But you worked bloody hard just to get. We were in a position where we were getting ourselves out of debt.
Yeah.
Found out I was pregnant. We wanted a baby. We were trying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Found out I was pregnant, and I basically sat you down and said,
"Sort shit out.
You can't. You need stability, like." Labouring, and anyone that knows the building trade or labouring out there will know that work comes and goes. Like, it's not consistent. You don't get sick pay. You don't get annual leave. Like,
again, COVID,
obviously, there was no work going on.
Yeah.
So you couldn't even get furloughed because
I was self-employed.
You were self-employed. And I said to Brad...
And they're still trying to hit me for tax, by the way.
Yeah, they are. And I said to Brad... And it sounds a bit savage, but I basically said, don't come home until you've got a full-time job. Like, obviously, I was going to let him... Like, it wasn't like, oh, you're not coming in this house until you're making money. But it was, go out and put yourself out there. So do you know what he did? He got a hedge trimmer and he walked round to all the gardening businesses and said, have you got any like permanent full-time work? You got a couple of days cash in hand from that.
Yeah, in the pissing rain.
Yeah. And that kind of helped us towards some of Ted's like baby toys. I think we got a few baby bundles with that of Gumtree. And then you kept going round, and then he started handing his CV out, and you walked into your place now, handing his CV, got an interview the next day. The day after that, he had a job, and you put your heart and soul into it. Like, it was shift work at the time, so you were working 2 till 10.
1 till 1:30 till 9:30 in the evening, and it was 2 till 10 because
2 till 10
because of the because we had to have the half an hour buffer because of COVID.
Yeah,
so it's 2 till 10, and then was it 5:30 till 1:30?
I think it was 5 till 1.
Yeah, 5 in the morning till 1 in the afternoon, wasn't it?
Yeah,
but I was doing 5 till 5 and 9 till 9. No, 10 till 10, weren't I?
Well, no, some days you were doing 5 in the morning till 10.
No, I've never done double shift.
You never done the double shift?
No, that was when I was doing 5 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon, having a shower, and then going out and working with Jake on the plastering.
Yeah.
I kept the plastering on the side for cash.
Yeah.
I was working 2 jobs. I was doing near enough 20-hour days. For about a year.
So the times that you were home,
I was sleeping.
You were sleeping.
Eating and sleeping, yeah.
But from where we were, and again, we'll get into this on another episode, like, we were, we moved into the flat with nothing.
Yeah, literally.
Like, we were literally sitting on paint pots.
Yeah.
And and we had a blow-up bed. Like, we didn't have anything. So we slowly were working our way up. And then when Teddy was born, it really made you, like, a switch just clicked in your head, and you were like, I need to make my family's life better. And everything we have now, like, we've worked for, like, the position that we're in now, we've worked really hard to be in this position, and we're not anywhere near where we want to be.
No.
But we carry on with this momentum and, like, working as hard as we are.
The switch that clicked was, obviously, the more it goes on, we're going to go deeper into our backgrounds and everything. But, like, me and my parents, we didn't have the best relationship growing up. And they were there, but they weren't there. They were always working. But I think the switch that clicked was, I understand it. Like, my dad was in the army. Yeah, he wanted to go away. Did he really want to be away all that time? No, he needed money.
Like, you see it now as a dad, and you say your relationship with your parents weren't great growing up. I think it's not that it weren't great, it was that they were both, looking at it as a parent now, they were both working hard.
Oh, massively hard. They didn't have fuck all growing up. Me and my brother had everything growing up. But in the process of doing that, which is what I'm learning, is I could spend all the hours at work and Ted won't want nothing. But there comes a point where all he's going to want is my time, which is what I wanted with them. But they were so fixated on the lifestyle that we lived. They thought all I wanted was the designer clothes and the latest console. Don't get me wrong, I did want it. But I didn't understand.
You never went without.
I never went without, but I didn't, at that age, I didn't understand it's one or the other. Because that's the way the world is at the minute.
That is the way the world is. You can either have all these nice things,
everything you ever want,
or you can have time.
or you can have my time. And finding that balance is hard.
Finding that balance is hard. And like you say, it's going back to, and exactly like us, like what we want to give Teddy. Your parents didn't have a lot growing up, and everything they have now. We're really close to Brad's parents. Like, they are, like, Brad's mum, you know, if I need anything, I just call her. If I want a chin wag, I'll call her. If I'm going through, like, parenting moments that I'm like, oh my God.
I mean, it says a lot. We rang her earlier when Ted put his uniform on and she started crying.
Yeah, like, she is
a big part of our lives.
She's
they both
such
are.
a big part, and I'm so, so grateful for the relationship that I have with her. She means so much to me.
Same as me and my dad. Like, we are really close.
Yeah.
The older I get, the closer we're getting, and it's really nice.
And I think seeing their relationship with Teddy is beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
And it is so nice. But growing up, they wanted to give you boys everything they never had. And
sacrifices were made. And
them sacrifices was time. And then being a parent now, like you say, it's trying to find the balance of where, you know.
I'd never hold it against them. I did as a kid. You remember, I was angry.
You do as a kid.
Yeah, I was.
You don't understand it. I think when you're a parent, you realise things from your childhood, and it puts things into perspective.
Yeah, things click into place. Like, yeah, like as a kid, it's like, why the fuck did you do that? And then as an adult, it's like, oh, I fully get it.
Yeah.
100%. But yeah, there's other things for another day, innit?
I could just imagine Ted, like, at school now, sitting there. Oh, yeah, and we didn't say when we introduced ourselves, we've obviously been speaking about this, like,
kid.
This child. We have one child, Teddy, and he's 4, just turned 4. He's the youngest in his year because it's only his birthday a few weeks ago. I'm sure that you could tell by how we've been talking, but it's his first day at school today. I teared up a bit when...
Yeah, you held that down really well. Oh.
I teared up a bit, but I thought, I just don't want him to see me get upset.
Teared up when he put his uniform on.
Like, when he put his uniform on. I'm just so proud of him because he is a really kind, social butterfly that will chew your ear off and won't stop talking.
Yeah.
And loves to play.
Yeah.
And I just think, and obviously I'm his mum and I'm such a smother. If anyone's ever watched the Goldbergs, Beverly Goldberg, that's me. Like, I am his biggest cheerleader, like, his biggest fan. So I just think they're so lucky to have him. because he will light up a dark room.
Yeah.
And I think the only thing that I worry about is Ted will just go up to anybody and be like, do you want to play? Like, hi, I'm Ted, do you want to play? And then children will ignore him, and it's not because they don't want to play, it's because they don't know how to respond to that. They haven't got that social
cue
to respond to that. And then he goes off and he's sad because he's like, oh, they don't want to play with me.
Yeah, but that's part of learning, growth and development, isn't it?
And that's when I need to step away.
Yeah, I'm good at that.
You're really good at that. That's when I need to step away and just let him be with them feelings.
Your thing is you always look at it from the mother's perspective. I'm really good at taking myself out of that situation and putting myself in his shoes.
Yeah.
And that's what you need to learn to do.
Yeah, I'm not very good at that.
Like, you had no freedom as a kid. I had too much freedom as a kid.
And then it's like you say, it's all about, like, life is literally like you're on a scale and it's all about balance.
Yeah, you've got to find that balance, right?
And we won't find it with everything.
Nah.
And we're going to make some mistakes along the way. Every parent, like,
but I'm the freedom giver.
You're the freedom giver. I'm the one that
wants to lock him up in his room, feed him cake so he gets too fat so he can't run away.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
But if he wants cake, I will give it to him.
Fuck's sake.
No. We'll share one together.
Yeah.
No, I'm just not ready to let him go. Like, him starting school is me, like, letting him go.
Oh, bless you, babe.
And I think that, I don't know, I love him so much and I never want to hold him back, and I'm really happy that he's as confident as he is and he's as outgoing as he is, and, you know, I wouldn't change him for the world, and I don't ever want to, you know, my feelings that are selfish, they're completely selfish. I don't want him to grow up, but I want to see him grow up. Yeah. It's really weird, like,
it's catch-22, isn't it?
Yeah, like, I'm so excited to see who he's going to become this next year, but I'm also so sad for that little baby. I'm sad to not be here anymore. Like, that just...
He'll always be our baby, man.
And I love being his best friend. Like, I love being the cool mum. Not like the cringy cool mum.
You are a bit cringe sometimes.
Like, oh, the cool mum, but like the mum that he's genuinely thinks is like awesome. I'm not going to be that anymore. And all my feelings are selfish. And I would never tell them to him, obviously. And he would never know them. But I just, me and myself, this next year is going to be really hard for me because I'm losing my baby.
Yeah. Right. I've got to get ready for the gym.
Okay. Why'd you have to end it when I've got like tears in my eyes? Like, I'm crying.
It's a good duff moment.
Well, then just don't play with that because it'll make the sound go funny. Okay, guys. So we hope you enjoyed our.
Oh, what are we doing that cringe shit?
What, are we not doing it?
Well, we can do.
I hope you enjoyed our first episode.
Yeah, just leave it at that.
Okay. Babe, you got to say it.
What?
What's the podcast called?
Oh, you don't know what getting me.
What's the podcast? We'll get him to say once. Okay. Well, thanks for listening. I'll see you next week. Love you. Bye.